Hello. So, what's one thing that keeps you awake all night long? Hi, I'm Eileen. I'm a mindset coach. I teach mindset based on universal principle. But prior to that, I'm actually like most of you who have started working in the corporate world. And I used to meet lots of vendors. I was in a marketing role. And the question would always be, what's one thing that keeps you awake? It's probably a challenge or a KPI that we're trying to achieve, and that's one thing that's highly critical. And this is an approach which I believe most of you would be applying at work. So if you are watching me live for the first time, great to have you here. Pop in a hi in the comment box. And if you're wondering why am I doing these lives, is because I'm on a challenge and I'd like to come on to share a learning or a story perhaps. So I was thinking about what are some challenges that my clients could possibly be facing. Or, hey Sean, nice to have you with me. So as I was saying, what's a challenge that keeps you awake? So this was an approach that I thought, hey, maybe I should think about it, about what are some challenges that my clients are facing or potential clients who might be facing, and I could address it. And you know what? I was actually thinking about this question when I was in my yoga class. I love doing my yoga class, especially when it gives me 90 minutes of time to space out and think. Okay, I know we are supposed to space out and not think about anything, but somehow I'm highly productive and effective when I'm in my yoga class thinking. So as I was thinking, so what are some challenges that my clients or perhaps future clients would be facing that I could address? And then I was wondering, it kind of conflicts with what I teach, because what you focus expands. If I keep thinking about the challenges, there'll be just more and more challenges. So I decided to flip it around. It might sound so simple, but it's actually much easier to flip it around to ask, what would my clients or possibly future clients want? And actually it's much easier. Think about it. There could be 101 challenges. It could be about your work, could be your boss, your colleague, your relationship with your partner, your kids, your parents, your siblings. Is endless, right? But if you flip the question and ask, what is one thing that you really, really want? And actually our wants are quite simple. Let's start with the Maslow theory. We have the basic needs. We all would like financial stability. I'm not talking about financial freedom, just financial stability. You have a roof over your head, you have food on the table. That's a stability that everybody wants to have. Unless you're living alone on an island, you don't need that, right? So we all need financial stability. And once we achieve the financial ability, we do want to strive for more. And that's where we say we want to have financial freedom, because with financial freedom, that comes with the freedom of time. And that freedom of time gives you the time to do what you're passionate about and allow you to spend the time with people whom you like. So you see, that's a simple shift. So while I was in my yoga class, I was thinking, it's much easier to just focus on what my clients want, right? It will be financial stability, and then it might progress to financial freedom, which leads to the freedom of time. Time to do what they're passionate about, time to spend it with their loved ones. And then I actually only have these like main desires that I have to work on. And just thinking about it actually makes me feel good. Because if I were to put myself into a space whereby what are some challenges that my future clients are having, I don't think it's a very uplifting moment to be in. And who knows, I might come out of my yoga class feeling a little bit depressed, right? So here's a thought. Instead of asking yourself, what's the challenge that keeps me awake at night? Why not change it to, what's one thing I really, really want to have? Start with that. And then as you start to think about it, work on the what if and if only, but I also have to put a disclaimer. Sometimes the word what if and if only, it does have the duality. For some it's uplifting, for some it's a bit of a downer. So play with the what if this could happen, and if only I could have this and that. So use these two phrases to bring you to a happier place. And this is exactly what I realized when I was doing my yoga. I wanted to come on to share this live because it was a thought I had, and it was somehow an epiphany for myself. I wanted to note this down because as I coming on live, yes, it's a challenge, but I'm treating this live as a digital journal. And if you're watching me live right now, I'd like to make this live meaningful or value to you because you are spending time here with me. So I hope today's sharing resonated with you. If it does, just leave a comment in the box below, or if you'd like to clarify, I'm happy to hear your comment either in the comment box, or if you are shy, feel free to privately message me. And if you actually know of someone who could benefit from this sharing, feel free to tag a friend or perhaps share it on your timeline. And you know what? I'll be back again tomorrow to share another learning or perhaps a story. Okay? So till then, take care. Bye-bye.